Black Hellebore. One of the oldest dark flowers in recorded history, the Black Hellebore has been growing across European woodlands for thousands of years. Despite its name, the blooms are rarely truly black. They range from deep burgundy to near purple, with a shadowy richness that sets them apart. Ancient Greeks called it a cure for madness, and physicians used it for centuries, though the plant is highly toxic from root to petal. It blooms in winter, which only adds to its unsettling reputation. Few flowers thrive in cold and darkness, yet this one seems to prefer it. Black Rose. No rose is naturally born black, and that fact alone makes this flower fascinating. What we call black roses are cultivars so deeply pigmented, usually dark red or purple, that in certain light they appear almost lightless. The most famous variety, the Halfeti rose, grows in a small village in southeastern Turkey, where the mineral content of the local water turns its petals nearly jet black in summer. It has become a symbol of mourning, mystery, and in some traditions, rebirth. Rare and temperamental to grow, it remains one of the most sought-after flowers in the world. Black bat flower. The black bat flower looks like something from another planet. Native to tropical regions of Southeast Asia, it produces enormous dark blooms that fan out like wings, with long whisker-like tendrils that can stretch over a foot. The flowers are an intense near black with a subtle purple undertone, and they emerge surrounded by broad bracts that amplify their dramatic appearance. Pollinated in the wild by specific insects attracted to its unusual form, it has no scent to speak of. It relies entirely on its striking visual presence. Gardeners prize it deeply, though it demands warmth, humidity, and patience. Black Petunia. The black petunia was something of a horticultural breakthrough when it first appeared in commercial cultivation in the early 2000s. Varieties like Black Velvet and Black Magic produce velvety, near-perfect dark blooms that hold their color in a way earlier dark flowers rarely managed. The pigment comes from exceptionally high concentrations of anthocyanins, the same compounds responsible for dark berries and red wine. In full sunlight, they may show a faint purple edge, but in shade, they read as genuinely black. They became popular quickly in garden design, often used as a dramatic contrast against bright whites and yellows. Queen of the Night Tulip. The Queen of the Night is considered by many to be the darkest tulip ever cultivated. Developed in the Netherlands in the mid-20th century, it produces tall, elegant flowers in a shade so deep it borders on black, with a velvety maroon undertone visible only in direct light. It blooms in late spring and carries a quiet, formal presence that makes it a favorite in luxury floral arrangements. The Dutch tulip industry, which gave the world centuries of flower innovation, regards it as one of the more successful achievements in dark flower breeding. It is also surprisingly easy to grow, which has helped spread it far beyond specialist gardens. Black Dahlia. The Black Dahlia carries a name weighted with both beauty and history. As a flower, it represents the deeper end of the dahlia spectrum. Cultivars like Arabian Night or Karma Chalk produce blooms so saturated with dark red and burgundy that they photograph as nearly black. Dahlias themselves originated in Mexico, where indigenous peoples cultivated them long before European contact. The dark varieties became popular in Victorian England, where the language of flowers assigned dahlias meanings of elegance and dignity. The cultural shadow cast by the 1940s unsolved murder case that borrowed the flower's name has only deepened its mystique over time. Chocolate Cosmos. The chocolate cosmos is a flower that genuinely smells of chocolate. Native to Mexico, it produces small, rounded blooms in a rich reddish-brown to near black. and the subtle vanilla chocolate scent it releases in warm weather is not a marketing invention. It comes from a natural compound in the petals. Tragically, the wild species is considered extinct in its native habitat, wiped out by overcollection in the 19th century. Every chocolate cosmos alive today descends from a single clone propagated in cultivation, making it one of the more quietly melancholy stories in botanical history. It cannot be grown from seed and exists entirely through human effort. Black Hollyhock. The black hollyhock has been cultivated in gardens since at least the 16th century, making it one of the longest used dark flowers in ornamental horticulture. Its blooms are a deep, almost inky purple-black, and they grow on tall spikes that can reach well over 6 feet. Originally from the eastern Mediterranean and parts of Asia, it traveled along trade routes and became a staple of cottage gardens across Europe. The dried petals were also used historically as a natural dye, producing blue and gray tones in fabric. It is a hardy, generous plant that self-seeds readily, which explains how it has persisted in gardens for so many centuries without much encouragement. Black iris. The black iris holds national flower status in Jordan, where it grows wild across rocky hillsides and has done so for millennia. Its blooms are a deep, layered purple-black with a subtle iridescent quality in sunlight, and their form, broad, curved petals with delicate veining, gives them an almost sculptural elegance. The flower appears in ancient Assyrian and Egyptian art, suggesting its cultural significance stretches back thousands of years. In Jordan, it became a symbol of national identity after appearing repeatedly in traditional motifs and decorative arts. Cultivating it outside its native climate is possible, but requires replicating the dry, rocky conditions it evolved in. Black lace elderflower. The black lace elderflower is unusual because what makes it dark is not the bloom itself, but everything around it. The plant produces deeply dissected, near-black foliage that resembles fine lacework, and against this dark backdrop, clusters of pale pink flowers appear with a striking, almost theatrical contrast. It is a cultivated variety of the common elderberry, developed for ornamental use, and it has become extremely popular in modern garden design precisely because of that visual tension between dark leaves and light flowers. The berries that follow are also edible, used in syrups and wines as they would be from the standard elderberry. It is one of the few dark-leaved shrubs that earns its place in a garden through 4 full seasons. Nature has more to offer than most of us ever stop to notice. There is always another plant, another story, another detail that changes the way you see the world around you. If you enjoyed this one, a like helps more than you think. Subscribe to stay along for the next one. Flora Explained. See you soon.